Hi there. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. How are you today? I hope everyone had a good weekend. Last week, as I mentioned, I had some medical stuff going on, so I just had like appointments in the mornings, and it was difficult to get in and online to do the lives. But I'm back and excited for this week. This week, I'm doing practice every day. I'm going to do it every single day. There's only one possibility, which is that I have a car appointment tomorrow. So if I have to go in the early morning with the car and wait there, then I can't do it. But other than that, I'll be here. And hi, Marvell. Hi, Mary Elizabeth. Nice to see you. Um, and then next week, I'll be around on Monday and maybe on Tuesday, but then I will be gone because I'm going to Tucson for the GEM show. So let's dive into the Narayan translation of the Heart Sutra. This is, as I've mentioned before, a private translation that our temple has been allowed to use, and I love it. Uttering the sound of the three states of existence, I enter mystic union of oneness with the entire cosmos. In the three worlds, in the three times, my breath binds the sound Om, purifying the body, speech, and mind. I take refuge and invoke the awakened mind of the goddess who knows all and hears all suffering. The blessed Bodhisattva Aryatara, from the deep practices of the heart's perfect wisdom, understanding that the five elements of consciousness were always empty, instructing her student Shariputra, she says, in this world of forms, Shariputra, all phenomena are empty. Form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. Form is not separate from emptiness, and emptiness is not different from form. Always, emptiness is the same as phenomena. Potential or actual form and emptiness never separate. So it is for feelings, conceptions, perceptions, and consciousness. All phenomena, Shariputra, have the characteristics of emptiness. They neither die nor take their birth into existence. Neither are improper nor shining with purity, neither complete nor deficient in any way wanting. So, Shariputra, in that emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, conception, perception, nor consciousness. There is no seeing, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, nor thought. Neither are there solid forms, sound, fragrance, sensation, nor conceptual phenomena. No circle of sight, nor is there a sphere of consciousness. There is no knowledge nor ignorance. Neither does ignorance get vanquished nor knowledge voided. No long road into aging and death, and no liberation from it. No causes of suffering nor samsara, no stopping on the journey of joy and suffering. There is no clinging to thoughts nor grasping. There is no attainment of anything, as there is nothing to attain. With blissful practicing of the heart's perfect wisdom, obstructions of mind move clear, and the labyrinthine maze of thought impressions and delusions of duality are liberated. In this way, the blessed Bodhisattva Aryatara enters enlightened transcendence. In the three worlds, all on the Bodhisattva path may practice the heart's perfect wisdom, and in applying it every moment find the nature of mind and enter enlightenment. So understand and see the mantra of the heart's perfect wisdom as the strongest of sorceries, as the most powerful saying of mystical and sacred speech. It is the mantra which smooths over all things, which disperses lies into its light of truth. This mantra liberates all and is said like this: Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhi soha. Gone, gone, crossed over and gone, completely gone beyond to the far shore, awakened, and all is good. This ends the heart's perfect wisdom. And we are working with the Wisdom cards by Alu Gutmila. Oh, one just fell out. That's the one. Okay. The time for clearing is now. Not getting rid of what isn't working in your life limits the manifestation of your highest capabilities. A tree keeps growing. When it stops growing, it dies. Just like a tree, choose to keep growing and living fully. Expanded vision includes developing your inherent divinity. On the escalator going up, consciously take the next step, giving maximum expression to the wholeness you are, while honoring your body, heart, mind bond, and beatifying spirit. I choose to externalize the highest possible expression of the divine, the perfection that is within. Wow. It's like number 84. I'm about to get a little weird with it. This card, number 84, is summarizing the Heart Sutra. I choose to externalize the highest possible expression of the divine, the perfection that is within, when in truth it is one perfection, inner and outer. We're all part of it. It's part of us. There is no separation or division. All of it is all of it. And I can't help but notice that the card number is 84. And it said that the when you read the Heart Sutra in its entirety, that it's 84,000 verses. It isn't, obviously the version that we read is the shortened form, but that there are 84,000 verses associated with the Heart Sutra. So just a little magical resonance there. Not getting rid of what isn't working in your life limits the manifestation of your highest capabilities. I actually think for each person, it's different. We each have our own ways of doing this. For me, it's actually identifying what is not to my highest good. I tend to believe that I believe in people. I believe that people are telling me the truth. I believe that, everything that's happening is to my highest good. I kind of have chosen that road of belief. And so even when someone has done something or there's something that's not working right or whatever, I still kind of tend to stay because I think, well, surely this is going to have a big reveal and then I'll see how it was really to my highest and my best. And, sometimes the big reveal comes, but not always. Sometimes I just have to go, oh, actually, no, this isn't good for me. It's time for me to relax, release, and move on. And so that's my hardship is identifying what is actually not to my highest good because I tend to accept that even circumstances, situations, and people that are vexatious are somehow to my highest good. Maybe you think that same way. You let me know. But for other people, it might be that it's not good for you, but you just can't let go of it because it's a habit or you're attached to it. Or maybe for some people, you don't really think it's to your highest good, but you don't really trust yourself or trust your intuition. For other people, we all have our different relationships to this. But my query to you and to all of us today is what is it that is not to your highest good? Just let it surface. First thing, what is not to my highest good? You might find that that inner answer, whatever that silent gong within is, that it's a little bit distressing because maybe what jumped into your mind isn't something you want to hear. Maybe it's something that bothers you to know. Or maybe it's something you didn't expect or didn't think was detrimental. Whatever it is today, let's think about how could that be the externalize that situation, that relationship, that dynamic, whatever it is. How could that possibly be the externalization of some doubt you carry in yourself about your worth, about your capacities, your capabilities, about your nascent talents. What is it in here, in you or in me, that has allowed this out here to happen? And when you see that, I think that it helps us each to take responsibility for our part in how we move forward from that thing. It could be that we have to adjust something on the inner level. It could be that we have to like cut something or someone off. It could be that we have to adjust our response to something, or it might be that we just need to see it for what it is. So let's contemplate that today. Whatever it was, first thing that jumped into your mind when invited to consider what isn't working for me right now, instead of just automatically thinking, well, then I just have to cut that off, really take it deeper inside and say, what part of me has allowed this negative circumstance to exist? What would I do differently if I had the knowing? And who do I want to be in this dynamic? Because, for example, maybe for you, you think, oh, yeah, it's that person. And I know I really need to like cut that off. And maybe in another sense, it's like, oh, there's a circumstance or a situation in which I actually need to, maybe back off or disengage, but still hold warmth and well being because it's not that person's fault that they don't know how to be, a good family member, a good friend, a good lover, a good partner, whatever. It might not be that person's fault that they don't know. It might not be that situation. There might not be a fault in a negative situation or circumstance. It might just be an arising of challenging things that have happened. And when you give yourself permission to say, okay, well, in the state of a challenging circumstance that has arisen, what will I do? Who will I be in this moment? I have a choice. I can make this moment better or I can make it worse. I suppose there's a third choice of doing nothing, but it's sort of like, well, now that we know, why would we do nothing? Maybe we would do nothing. Maybe that's the wisdom. That's what we're going to contemplate today. Do I do something? Do I do something of compassion and kindness that still honors my value? Do I just quietly up level my sense of value within myself so that that circumstance, situation, or person naturally kind of falls out of my orbit? Or do I actually do nothing and allow the situation to play out and choose that from here on in, there's nothing going on that I didn't sign up for? I am allowing this process to happen because I believe that this process will help me to grow. Up to you. I hope that it goes well today for you, whatever you identified. That's our short bit for today, if that's what you were here for. And sorry, I got a little late start today. I was taking care of house and cats and other things. And then one of my cats knocked something over. So here I am now. Let's do Guanyin practice. We're going to start with 3 prostrations as usual. And good morning, Kat. Nice to see you here. Hi, Mineka. And hello, Allison. And let's take refuge. Refuge gives us the space for the kind of contemplation we need to do today. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention, a person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. And yesterday was Margot's birthday. So let's hold Margot in our field of light. And we're also holding Victor, who has been hospitalized with a hole in his esophagus and needs to repair it. And let's recite the four immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. And let's make our offerings. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering to Guan Xiyin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Om Ahum. 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 Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guan Yin, remain until the end of samsaric existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations of Namo Guanxian Pusa, calling out to Guan Yin and asking her to help us accept the reality that there are things and circumstances, people and situations in our life that are not to our highest good, that are the externalization of some lack we feel inside. lack of worthiness, or lack of feeling of safety, or lack of feeling of capacity to provide for ourselves, or lack of feeling of confidence, whatever it is. And so allowing ourselves to acknowledge the truth and to then act accordingly on the inner levels, so that we will begin to train ourselves to act accordingly on the outer level. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. 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 Oh. It ended so suddenly. I could have gone a whole nother mala. I was really in it. And our prayer for the money reciter of Calm by Gelsay Tokme Zangpo. Lama Dankun Shiksum Lak Chaksalo, Dakni Changchut Nimport Chike Bar, Gangdang Gangdu Kepa de Dang Der, Tadu Tuje Champo Jitsin Ching, Gusum Gewe Chila Chapar Sho, Jamdang Ning J Champo Kunlang Ne, Tuje Champo Duljar Girpanam, Lame Changchut Chola Gopechir, Tuje Champo Trinle J Par Sho. Homage to the Guru and Three Jewels from now until I reach the essence of awakening. Wherever I may be reborn in that place, may I always follow the great compassionate one and dedicate my body, speech, and mind to virtue, inspired by loving kindness and great compassion, in order to lead all Mahakarunika's followers to supreme and unsurpassable awakening. May I carry out the great compassionate one's activity. Lama Dankun Shiksum Lakchak Salo, Dakni Changchuk Nimpor Chike Bar, Gangdang Gangdu Kepa de Dang Der, Tadu Tuje Champo Jetsen Shing, Gusum Gewe Chila Chapar Sho, Jamdang Ning Je Champo Kunlang, Tuje Champo Tulchar Kepanam, Lame Changchu Chala Gopechir, Tuje Champo Trinle Jepar Sho. And 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, sending out the benefits of our energies to all who need it, especially sending birthday blessings to our chanting sister Margot and to Victor, who is under medical care. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechen Yeshe Wangmo. Om Swasti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss Yeshe Wangmo be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxian Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and bow to the inner teacher. Wishing everyone a great day, and I will be back tomorrow, God willing, and the creek don't rise. See you later.